3D video games, the only game show that's 3 dimensions away from Alien vs. Predator getting a remake. I'm your host, 3D Jake, and today we're looking at Aliens vs. Predator, released in 2010. Aliens vs. Predator is a game developed by Rebellion and Sega, and is essentially a video game that is part of the Alien and Predator mythology. In a way, this game is essentially a original game developed by Rebellion, and essentially you take is a first-person shooter where essentially you take the role of one of three companions. You take it of a colonial marine, of an alien, or a predator, and essentially you play through them in first person and basically follow a story narrative through the game, which is in a big vast map where you basically interact with different things like from the jungle to like spaceships and different things of like a colony of hive where of aliens and just different things. And so essentially this game is, it's a shooter. It's a shooter game. Yeah, it's a first person shooter, okay? It reminds me very much of Gears of War in a way. And since I really like this game, I grew up with this game. I got it for Christmas in 2011, and I just remember playing the hell out of this game because I was a huge Alien vs. Predator fan. I love the first movie. I've always liked the Predator movies, and I've loved some of the Alien movies, and I've just thought they were great. And so it was really great to get my hands on this copy of this game and play it. And I just replayed this game for the millionth time, and it made me realize a lot of things about this game. This game is not perfect, but it's still a fun game. Like, I remember, to play this game, essentially there's three characters you can choose from. You can choose the alien, the predator, or the human. But here's the thing. From the story narrative, you have to choose the alien first because the alien kind of starts this whole thing. And then the predator is like the second story that kind of leads into the second story part of the mission. Then the colonial marine is like the third part. So essentially, if you start as the marine, you're going to be confused about the story because it's basically you're in the third act of the movie essentially, compared to if you choose the the alien first, which you're getting the first act of the movie. And so that's kind of how this works essentially. And so basically when you're playing this game, it's first person. So, and I think that kind of sucks about it because there's things I dislike about it, and I'll talk about the first person in a second, but I do like that, you compare audio logs, and it's very much tied into the Alien versus Predator world. Obviously it has the Weyland-Yutani Corporation and Charles Bishop Weyland, who was in Alien versus Predator, who was also in Aliens and Alien 3. And so I think that's really cool, and there's lots of nods to the Alien and Alien 3. For instance, some of the soldiers you're shooting at are synthekids. They're basically in Alien 3. They're in this game. You can shoot at them and fight them off. They're like android soldiers. And then on top of that, you have the Queen Alien from Aliens, and you can basically fight. You have to destroy they have the face huggers where you go in there and the face huggers open up, and then they can try you got to try to get it off your face. You can shoot at them. You have flamethrower and all this kind of cool stuff, and that's what's really cool about it. And then if the alien you don't get it in time, it'll go on your face and kill you. And so you have that, and also you have lots of aliens, and if you shoot the alien, they dissolve. You'll see them dissolve into acid. And I thought that's really cool. And that's what I think is really cool about it. And also as the alien, I like that you can go around, killing people. And then, if you hold them down at face, you can jump a face hugger on their face. Or as the predator, you can just use your, your thermal. And then you can listen to what they're saying and set traps up to kill them and stuff. And, also you get a secondary mask in the game where, as you progress, and you can just, shoom, and then you can just, see the aliens clearer and everything. And I do hate that, the aliens are so stealthy to where whenever you'll feel them hit you, and before you're like, oh, okay, they stunned me, so they're, all right, now let me boom, and the one thing I hate about the humans, it feels like most of the characters, besides the alien, besides the predator and the human, you're just killing aliens, essentially. You're never killing predators. Essentially, if you play as a human mission, the whole entire mission, besides one level, you're killing nothing but aliens. You'll kill aliens, and then you'll kill human beings, or synthekids of humans, and then basically, that's it. You're going back to, if you're not, 80% of what you're killing is aliens, and then about, say, 30%, is humans. And then about 10% is a predator. Because there was one mission. We were killing a predator. That's it. And it's in the, I guess, middle mission. After you kill a predator, you'll never see a predator again. That's it. And I mean, as for that, I mean, as for the aliens missions are pretty cool because you escape, you go around just killing people, infecting people, and everything. And I think that's really cool about it. You set the Queen free where she gives all the face huggers, the egg sacs to where the face huggers affect humans. And I like when you're going around so creepy how the aliens are around. Like people are glued to the wall, and you find your partner, and she's basically has an aliens inside her, which is I thought was really cool. And I like that aspect of the game, and like you have to try to save her, and there's really cool storylines about this game that I thought was really well done. I really like also how like the Predator. You're basically trying to honor that you get more gadgets as you progress, and you essentially trying to kill these things. There's like some cool things to destroy the alien. Also, the blaster doesn't do much, so you have like the disc throwers and all that stuff, and you have the spears that just try to stab them. And there are some cool things about it. And there's also a different variety of aliens that to kill and everything. And there's also Chet from Alien versus Predator Requiem. That's in the game in one mission. So yeah, you have that to deal with, the Predator alien. So that's pretty cool. You know. And so yeah, you have to that like one mission with that. So I'm like, oh, that's so cool. You have that to deal with for like a minute, which I thought that should have been the final boss, but whatever. And also yeah, like you have to deal with that. You have like essentially you have all these things that are cool. Like if you go invisible though, I don't like the fact that if you go invisible, you're just there. Like like they could tell where you are because your invisibility kind of is not very good cloaked. And also I hate that everything's first person because as the alien, you like to see your alien, and everything jump around, maybe customize it a little. But instead, you just have your first person where you see his hands. It almost feels like I'm playing Dead by Daylight. And also, the Predator is just his claws. And I'm like, even in Predator Hunting Grounds, he's third person. And then as the soldier, I'm like, I understand why you're the first soldier because, it's first person. But I just feel like this game was it's so good, but at the same time, it has some flaws with it. And I think it's so great. I mean, the graphics still hold up, I think. So, I mean, I would love to see a remake or a remaster of this game, but I think the remaster wouldn't have that much hard to do because it's not that bad of a game or nothing. It's not even, I just think that some parts of it feels like repetitive with the looter shooter, like or the shooter aspect of it, whereas the first person shooter where it's like, oh look, horde of aliens, da-da-da-da. Oh look, another horde of aliens, da-da-da-da. Oh look, another horde of aliens, da-da-da-da. Oh look, there's syndicates now of humans, da-da-da-da. Boom, 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 throw grenades, boom, boom, boom. Okay, more hordes of aliens, da-da-da-da. Just essentially I was going through that motion of it, and it kind of makes me ugh. I do like it when you're in the hive and area and everything, and all of a sudden you see these aliens and these people are, essentially they're chest bursters and everything come out of them. And that's pretty cool. I thought that was really cool. Even as a predator, playing as a predator, I thought the predator missions I thought were pretty good. But the most fun I had was with the alien missions because you're just going, you're stalking your prey and you're killing your prey, and that is like that. You have to do that the first mission because once you do that, then you'll get the alien, then you'll do the predator mission, and then the human. If you start with the human, you're not going to understand the story. And I've learned that the mistake the hard way because you start with the human, you're like, I don't understand what's going on. But this is a fun game. I highly recommend it. I think this is a really good game to where it's like this is the best of experiences. There was a collector's edition on the Xbox 360 when it came out on the PS3. I don't think that collector's edition is out there anymore. I think it's like limited edition, so it'll probably be in the thousands if you wanted to buy it. But the game is still easy to find, and it's a little pricey, but I mean it's still worth it, I think. And if I had to give this game a grade, I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you so much.